Some of the benefits of Irish moss that I want to share with you is this, and this. One of the things that I found important when I started to grow up learning about Irish moss is that having the base information helps you to make great decisions on what kind of product you're buying. Also, we have questions that come into Sebi's daughters all the time. One of the questions was, does Seamoss go bad? And the question is yes. You want to keep the shelf life no longer than a year. When it comes in gel form, you want to keep it in the refrigerator about 4 to 6 months at the longest, but my question is, why should you? You want to take the product at its freshest time. So whether it's capsule, whether it's powder, as soon as you get it from Sebi's daughters, you want to know that it's hand packed, and the best part about it is it's at the freshest that you can get it out there right now. But don't keep it no longer than 6 months to a year. So one of the next questions is, what does bad Seamoss smell like? I've gotten that question quite a bit, and I wanted to bring in some Seamoss that was not actually mine, and I wanted to show you some examples of that. And the question to that is yes, you can tell by a pungent smell. You can tell by a slimy look also, even a grayish tinge or a dark brown. It's kind of gummy also when it's not right. And again, you don't want to keep Seamoss that long for the possibilities it will go bad, but bad Seamoss that may not have come from the ocean and may have come from other sources may have that particular kind of look or smell. And for that reason, you should I suggest you not take it. I'm going to show you some examples of some Seamoss that I have out that's out there in the world today that I found at local stores here in Atlanta. I'm going to put on my gloves. So getting back to that question, does Seamoss, does it go bad, and does it smell bad? What does Seamoss actually smell like? So when Seamoss is fresh and it's natural and organic, it has a sea tinge smell, but it's not pungent. It smells like the ocean, but it doesn't smell like bleach, or it doesn't have an off-putting smell to it. And it should be a light scent. So here, let's open this bag. I've covered the names because I just wanted to look at the product itself. So often I go around and check the Seamoss in the area because I know quite a few of you want to know, can you buy from other places? And that's why this video is being done. When we look at this particular one here, it's, you can't see it, but there's a lot of salt. I don't know if you can see the salt grains coming from it, which goes to also the gumminess of the product itself. It's kind of gummy, but if you can take a look at the table here that I have, and part of it's glass, it has a lot of salt. Now, let me tell you what I smell. I don't smell the ocean, I smell chlorine. This may have been made inside of a pool or a pool of water. What I also notice about it is that there is no natural gel-like form that coats my gloves. Again, when I smell it, I don't smell ocean and I do smell salt. So to my last question that I've gotten a lot of, is there a fake Seamoss? I can definitely tell you that this particular Seamoss that I got out of this bag is quite fake. And for that reason, I want you to know that all Seamoss is not created equal. I have one more that I'd like to show you. And here again is that pungent chlorine smell. And as we can see again, it's gummy and it's full of salt, which tells me again that this particular one is a fake also. So here, I'll shake it out again. And I think you can see the salt coming from the product. And the reason the salt, they happen to preserve this with salt is because it's fake and it dies quick. And the smell of it is pretty strong. It's pretty foul. And I just wanted you guys to see exactly what it is that you possibly are buying. And you may not know the sources of where you're getting it from. However, you want to know what you're intaking may not be what you think. And this is why I wanted to show you that it's not created equal. Again, I don't have the natural glaze. I have a lot of salt, but I have no glaze on my hands. In fact, it's kind of moist, and I should have some form of natural glow or natural glaze on my hand to show me the naturalness of the product that I'm looking for. So I want to show you something else. When it is natural sea moss, Irish moss, you'll find that you'll have a coral piece that is attached to your moss. And this lets you know that it was on coral, that it is being fed by coral. As you can see from this particular kind, there is no coral that is attached, which means again that it wasn't from a natural organic source. So this particular one that I'm showing you is a dried, washed, with coral, natural piece of Irish moss. Here's another natural piece. Once a product is organic and it's washed, once it's washed and it's organic, you have a product, and not only washed, but it has to be prepared in a certain way. So this particular one that I'm showing you is from Sebi's daughter's its own production. One of the things that I found important about offering you the best in which we have is that I know where it came from. So we've washed, of course, the coral off, but as you can see, there is a substance on here that small bits of coral, not the dark one, that you can see, that lets you know that we have a totally organic product, and the way it is processed allows you to get the full benefits of the naturalness of the product.